What's up, everybody? Zach with Cardstock Exchange here, coming at you with podcast episode 2. We're getting this thing up and off the ground, getting it going. I'm here with my two co-hosts who will introduce themselves, and we'll jump right into the first topic.
I'm here from Gincrass. Obviously, if you watched the last episode, you know I'm a big sports fan. I like the Packers, a lot of all the Wisconsin sports, and I also have a big passion for sports cards. And I hand it off to Derek.
Yeah, Derek, same deal here. Heavy Wisconsin fan and collector of sports cards, and just love the hobby, love sports. Can't go wrong.
Absolutely. Abram, I didn't know that's how you said your last name, by the way. You surprise me every day, man. There you go. All right, so I think a cool first topic, and I think this is going to be the thumbnail of our video. I thought about this earlier. Was I want to talk about the Will Smith thing because it's not sports related, but I think it's a pretty dope topic. Part of me believes it was staged, and he was doing it because the Oscars have horrendous ratings and they need more publicity. And then on the other hand, I'm like, Hollywood people are kind of fucking crazy, so I could see it happening too. So, yeah, I don't know. You guys can pitch in and share your thoughts on that. I'll be curious.
Let you go first, Derek.
Yeah, so, okay, I thought it was hilarious. But that's kind of, like, I can see what you're saying, too, is that it could be staged. That was just hilarious. So he just went up there and smacked the shit out of him. But, people are, like, taking sides on, like, who they think, like, what's the guy's name? The guy that played Donkey and Shrek. What's it?
Oh, Chris Rock. Yeah.
Like
the guy who got bitch slapped.
Yeah, it's like either, whose side are you taking? Honestly, if you kind of think about it, though, I kind of see why Will Smith kind of got all upset. I mean, it makes sense. But it also, he's a comedian and he makes fun of people. So it's, I don't know. But for him just to go up there and just slap him and then, like, nothing happened, that was kind of crazy. I thought they'd, like, escort him out of the building or something. Or
yeah, not go up back on stage 5 minutes later and win Best fucking Actor. That's insane.
Yeah, I don't understand that. But, yeah, what's his name, said he wouldn't press charges. So
yeah, Chris.
I guess that's going to be the end of it. But that was just insane. And that also could have been staged, too. I don't really know. But
what about you, Abram? What you thinking?
Well, I mean, it makes it seem more staged because the fact that he did it and wasn't, like, so pressed that he just walked it out. Like, if I probably would have slapped him and then just left instead of just sitting there and awkwardly staring at him for, like, the rest of the show. Like, makes it seem more staged, but it's kind of badass, though. I mean, just walked out.
Dude, well, first off, I'd rather be punched than bitch slapped. That was like ultimate, like, I don't know, like, unmanly feeling. I don't know, just get bitch slapped by Will Smith. But my thing is, like, yeah, I can see Will Smith's side, like, doing that because he was whatever with his wife. But at the same time, like, I'm pretty sure Will Smith and his wife have, like, a really weird relationship where, like, she sleeps with other dudes and stuff. Like, they have kind of like an open relationship. So if you're mad about somebody making fun of your wife like that, but you let her go sleep with other guys, okay, that's a little weird. Part 2 on that is that, what was I going to say? No, part 2 on that is, like, if I was Chris Rock, I would have basically told him, like, this, that comedian on YouTube, his name's, like, Gideon, Jidion, he's, like, the funny black guy. The funny black guy. Yeah, no, he's hilarious. He had a quote I saw on one of his TikToks. He's like, I don't have hands, but my bodyguard does. Dude, I would have said that on the mic, bro. Like, my boys, like, I know Chris Rock used to be hard, bro. Like, there's some old videos of him running with some street thugs. I would send those homies after Will Smith, like, after the show. And if I was Will Smith, I would have handled this after the show, not on stage. That's why I think it's kind of staged. But I don't know, man. I would have jumped Will Smith afterwards if I was Chris Rock, bro. I would have, like, send my goons over, just been like, just take this boy out, man. Go beat him up, show him up. Man. That's just me. Yeah. I don't know. Crazy stuff. But, I wanted to intro with that topic. I felt like that'd be a good...
Yeah.
It should be the thumbnail, bro. It's topical. It's topical for right now.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, I think it's topical. That photo.
So, you think UNC's going to be Duke?
Dude, fuck yeah. So yes, I think UNC, I hope they beat Duke. I mean, they're playing their best basketball right now. And, like, it's really convenient. And it's good. because one of our clients is RJ Davis, so it helps a lot when they're playing good. RJ's been okay the past 2 games. His best game was against Baylor. Homie's gained like 30K Instagram followers during the tournament, bro. Like a little under. He was like at 55 and now he's at like 80, and I'm like, dude, that's all it takes. Just go like be in the tournament and have like a pretty good game, and you're just gonna grow like that.
Number 1 seed.
Yeah, so when we drop our autographs with him, bro, it's gonna be hopefully it's gonna sell out now, man. He's gotta we'll see. He said he's gonna sign them all when he gets back from the tournament, so it's all good.
Yeah.
I told him he has permission to hold off. Some of those football guys, they have no permission, bro. I don't know what's taking them so long. They're in off season, bro. They got no excuse. But yeah, that's crazy though. UNC and Duke Final Four. That's insane. The NCAA.
They've never played in the tournament before.
I know, like the NCAA is nutting right now, like straight up. They're like, oh my god, we're about to make so much fucking money. Like, it's insane. Yeah. There's my 2 cents on it, though. So
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that. I mean, it's just having a matchup. I mean, obviously, North Carolina's coach isn't there anymore, so it's not as legendary of a matchup, but obviously they're 2 of the biggest basketball schools ever. And Coach K could be his last game ever. And it's just
that's the only thing that scares me. Like, that's the only reason I'm scared about UNC losing is that, like, for some reason that storybook shit always happens where it's like Coach K's final run, he's gonna go to the championship, and I'm like, bro, like that's like A&M when we played LSU this year. Like, we had no business losing to LSU, but it was Coach O's last game at home, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna fucking lose, and we did. So
yeah,
I don't know. Hopefully we win though. But yeah.
Hey, I mean, I know St. Peter's lost. I mean, that was America's team everyone was kind of rooting for, but I kind of figured they were going to lose North Carolina. I mean, they're such a hot team right now. But, I mean, hey, I give credit to St. Peter's. I mean, before the tournament started, they couldn't even afford to fly their cheerleaders down and cheer on the game. Like, that's nuts to me.
Their coach got a fat contract, too, from Seton Hall afterwards. So he made out.
Yeah, their whole team's they're going to go places. But, yeah, I think that's just why I love March Madness. I mean, it's just you never know what's going to happen. And I'm pretty positive there's no perfect brackets left, obviously. So, yeah.
You should get in touch with Zach. You should get in touch with what's his name, Derek from St. Peter's.
Doug.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, I want to. No, low key. Like once the tournament's on, he doesn't have an email. That's the problem. So like, I'd have to rely on a DM, which like I know he's getting thousands of. So I'm gonna see if I can DM him and like I want to make a trading card that he signs, bro. Like some. Like his goofy ass looking face. He got like that goofy mustache. Like it'd be kind of funny.
I've seen so much shit on TikTok of him like Doug with no stash. Doug with happy
Bro.
Doug.
If we can land a deal with Doug, dude, game changer. Fucking game changer.
Everyone's all over him right now. Even though they lost, I mean like he could be getting some serious NIL money and like transfer or something like that.
Dude, he's probably getting something stupid right now, like some crazy, just from like this tournament. But they finally faced Armando Bacot, who's like had a mediocre tournament, but is supposed to be UNC's best player, and then he faced St. Peter's and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go for 20 points and 22 rebounds," and I'm like, "Well, there you go, yeah." You faced the all ACC center, so yeah, tough. But
what's it? So Nova's playing Kansas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, because didn't Nova's second best player tear his Achilles a couple seconds before the game ended against Houston?
Yeah, he got hurt. I don't know who he is. I just heard he got hurt.
Yeah, it's like one of their best players, but yeah, Kansas. I don't know if they might pull it out. I don't know. I mean, Kansas always looks like they're gonna do it. Yeah, they always look like they're gonna do something, but
and then they never do.
Find a way to lose it.
Wait, I just thought about this. So you teacher played this in front of the class. Did they catch like me cussing and saying fuck like every 5 seconds on the live pod? I just thought about that. I was like, yeah.
No, actually, because we watched it for like a couple of minutes, and then you were like fuck, and then you just like and then you just like shut up.
Yeah, there you go. The funny thing is, I technically tell YouTube that this is like 18. It's for kids because I don't know. I want to do a broader audience for this podcast. So YouTube's about to demonetize me and my 40 followers so far. So oh well.
Did they demonetize you?
No. I've gotten a couple videos taken down for copyright though. Like it's kind of stupid because I use like a certain song or something.
Yeah, when I was like, like 11, 10 or whatever, all the kids are,
Yeah.
making YouTube channels trying to get famous and stuff. Oh, yes, we finally got 5 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like post like room tours and stuff and like the music on it. And it gets taken down. And I'm like, what? Obviously, you don't even know what copyright is.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh
Yeah.
man.
So transitioning, I guess, into NBA. Just came out a couple minutes ago. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out for the rest of the year.
Bruh.
He, let me see here. It just came out a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah.
He, ankle injury.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so that's like 5 games though. So we'll be out like 5 games. They're just
Yeah.
like securing the tank. Honestly, is what they're doing at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I feel
I don't
for
know.
him.
I feel so bad for him. Like, dude's on a horrible team, and
I wouldn't say that though. I would not doubt it within the next 5 years if they make a big run. They
Well,
might be the best drafting team ever. I mean, they drafted Josh Giddey this year, who won like 4 Rookie of the Months in a row.
yeah.
Obviously they drafted Shai. They've drafted Theo Maladon and what's the other one's name? Got a weird name.
They they have not no, I forget his name, but they traded for Shai. He's part of the Paul George trade. That's where they got all
Oh
those,
yeah,
that's where they got all those draft picks too. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Shai's Lou Dort, that's what you're thinking of.
yeah. Lupert.
Yeah, no, I mean they're like look, I don't know. Like I think do I think he's like a little overrated? Yeah. Like do I think he's also a little underrated? Yeah, I think both. I think it sucks that he plays in a small market on a bad team. I mean, I think the Thunder easily are the greatest drafting team of all time though. Nobody will ever do what was it? It was KD, Westbrook, Harden, and Ibaka. Like that's just insane. Like and you don't win a title. That's what's insane to me.
Well, they were there for what? Like, I mean, that was before they even got close to their primes.
Yeah, they went to one finals when they were all like 23 basically.
Yeah, which is nuts.
And,
I mean, you'd never see that, but
yeah, and they took the Heat pretty far. Some would argue that they got the series blown against them with some certain calls, but yeah, dude, I don't know. That's insane. But I'm just hoping for the Rockets, bro. We need to like. There's so many things we need to do. I don't know.
I don't know. I've kind of given up on KPJ.
Yeah, me too. I think
He's such a streaky player.
Yeah, I agree. Even though I have a bunch of his cards, I fully agree with you. He's a 6-man at best.
yeah,
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Kind of transitioning into cards. What are your guys' thoughts on Drake and Ken Golden kind of getting a little collab going?
Dude, I dug it, man. I was like, you know what? Like the more like pop culture people that kind of get into the hobby and kind of show some love and all that, and like, because the problem is, okay, here's a little thing. Like the problem is a lot of people are like secretive about it, right? Like all these athletes technically collect cards and collect memorabilia. They're just like very low key about it. You know what I mean? So it's really good to see like a big name person, whether it's a celebrity or an athlete, like actually be like, "Yo, I'm involved. I'm doing all this. Like I'm going to do breaks." And so I'm glad about it. I don't think they're trying to pump anything. I don't think they're trying to like scheme anything up. It's cool just to see them get involved, and that's what I like. I don't want to see some celebrity like start scheming shit like these V Friends cards and all that. Yeah, AJ Dillon, he's a unit, bro. Him and his cards, Dillon's deals. Yeah, no, but I just don't want to see, like I said, like the V Friends, like that shit I don't want to see, right? Like I think that's a pure pump and dump scheme, and I think there's a lot of proof behind that. You can release your own product, like that's cool, but don't pump and dump it. Is my point.
Yeah,
So, yeah, go ahead. That was my thing.
Personally, on my opinion with it, I like that he's getting into the hobby, but I don't want to see him because it kind of seems like he's going to end up getting, kind of toyed around with and dragged around by guys like Ken Golden and stuff like that. That's the only thing I worry about because obviously he can be a genuine guy, but if you're getting dragged around by guys like that, it's a shady part of it.
Yeah, they're probably just like, hey, go buy my auctions for $2 million. Like you're my big buyer now because what's $2 million to Drake, right?
Yeah.
And so
they're all using them as like their prop for their breaks and stuff. That's the only thing I also kind of like. All these breakers are like, his DMs are probably full right now of like,
oh yeah,
come break with us. Like we'll pay you this. It's like, he doesn't give a shit if you pay him like $10,000 for doing a break with you. He gets like $1 million a feature.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit.
What do you think, Derek?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that too. I mean, like Polwax too. I think it was one of the guys that did. They were like breaking, but then they had like strippers dancing in the background when they were opening up the box. It was like two.
Mm-hmm.
It was
No, that was Blez Sports Cards and
naked women in the back.
Yeah, that was Blez and Leighton Sports Cards. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they did that like insane flawless break or whatever. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cringe, bro. I don't know. Watching like 40-year-old men like have strippers, like 20-year-old strippers in the background, and like also like a lot of these people like, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of cringy to me, but whatever. I'll hold my tongue on the rest of the stuff. But I appreciate Derek being the keeping us on track, man. You got the topics, keeping us on track. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. We need a moderator like that. That's good. So. Round us out with like, what are we at? We're at 16 minutes. All right, I said this one's gonna be like 20 because my ass has so much to do tonight. So round us out with one more solid topic. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, I just want to ask you this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about the Rockets before,
Mm-hmm.
but what are your thoughts on? He's kind of been a in and out type of player. I mean, he's playing good. Then he's kind of, I don't know. What are the Rockets fans thinking of him?
Of Jalen Green?
Yeah.
He's streaky as well, but he's also a rookie. Like, it depends on when you ask them. Like, everyone will be like, oh, well, he'll go off for like 20 points in 6 games, and then he'll be like mediocre after that. So I actually went and saw him play recently against Luka, and they lost to the Mavs. He needs to fill out more. That's my thing. He's kind of like Ja. Like, they're both very skinny, and if you're going to play at the rim like they do, because they're not both good shooters, if they're going to play at the rim, you need to like bulk up a bit. And I think he's more of a 2. I don't think he's a point guard. And they want like him and KPJ to both be point guards. So I'm going to go see them Friday against De'Aaron Fox, who's like my favorite player ever, as you know. So I'm pretty hyped. De'Aaron better play. If he doesn't, I'm going to be like really freaking sad. And we'll see if he can keep up, man. I don't know. Like, that'll be a good test. But yeah, I think that's his problem. He needs to bulk up and get better at shooting. But like, I think I'd rather have him than KPJ after watching them both play. So.
Yeah, for sure. So for our last topic for today, me and Abram were kind of discussing this before. What are your top 3 to 5 buys for whatever sport, like NFL or NBA right now?
Damn, you guys go first. I got to think on that.
Okay. So here, open my little book here.
Oh, look at that. Got notes.
Yep.
There you go.
I got some guys that So NFL, my list will probably be start off with Herbert. I think he's a great buy in the offseason right now. People in the offseason just tend to seem to forget, players' greatness and stuff. And I mean, that's the other thing I've noticed is after one season of a guy being hurt, they can completely forget how good a guy played the season before. I mean, Baker obviously played like dog shit this past year. He had rib injuries, back injuries, and all that this past year. And I think people forget that he led them to 11-5 the year before and went on a nice playoff run. Brought the Browns out of like an 18-year playoff drought.
Yeah.
Next up would definitely be Lamar after Herbert. People are forgetting about how good he is. I mean, I see rookie kabooms of Lamar for like $600.
Yeah.
Kabooms of Herbert, think about that, in the PSA Tango for like what?
10 G's.
Right.
8 to 10 G's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's when Lamar gets back to his form. I mean, he's amazing at his craft. He's one of my favorites to watch. He's just one of those players that's going to be memorable for forever. And then I'm a big fan of Justin Jefferson, even though I'm a Packer fan.
Yeah.
I think he's a good investment. Usually wide receivers aren't that high, but his stuff tends to be pretty consistent at the prices that they're at. I like his stuff. And then obviously Josh Allen. And then I'm getting more into the market of Hall of Famer autos and stuff like that, like Jim Brown auto. So just autos like that. NBA, I like. Obviously, Joffit's the right price. Tatum, I'm big on right now. Obviously, they're a really hot team. Karl Anthony Towns and probably like Garland or Cole Anthony.
Smart man.
And then MLB, kind of the big five. I mean, that everyone likes. Acuna, I'm huge on. His prices are still super low. Soto, Bichette, Guerrero, and Tatis.
Smart man.
You start your list, Zach, or do you want me to go?
Oh, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay. So for NBA right now, buying is kind of a little tricky because you want to kind of get stuff for playoffs, and everyone goes crazy for anyone that does good in the playoffs. But here's kind of my top three for guys that aren't like LeBron, like the top guys. Number three, I have a tie between Halliburton and Bane. I have Bane and Hallie tied just because Bane, he's on the Grizzlies. He's a really good role player for them. They just clinched the playoffs a couple days ago. I mean, if Jaws having a tough game, more than likely Bane will be the one that steps up. People will see that, hopefully. And then Hallie, I have him at tied for third. He's really, really good, but he also is on the Pacers. And Miles Turner's now, he's out for the rest of the year, but, it was, not that much games left. But Pacers, they're kind of like always been a mid team. They can't really get that great of star power there. But their fans are really good, so I don't know how that works out. But for number two, I have Tyrese Maxey. Him and Sixers have been on a roll. Obviously, Harden getting traded there is a big help. He doesn't have to be number two; he can be number three. So, Embiid, for whatever reason, has a bad game. He can be the one that steps up. It goes on. I mean, him having even like 25 points in a playoff game that's really crucial. His stuff will go up. I mean, it's just how the playoffs work. And then my number one right now, it's kind of risky, but Darius Garland. The Cavs, they're for sure gonna make the playoffs. But they're just such a young team. I'm not sure how they're really gonna do in the playoffs. They don't have much experience on their team overall. I mean, Mobley, Garland, Sexton's hurt right now. He might be back for playoffs. I'm not 100% sure on that, but their team is just super young. And he's a really good player. I mean, really good playmaker. He's a really good scorer. I really like him. But Cavs are a really young team. They have a really bright future, but I don't know if this year they're going to be able to make a run or not.
That's fair. That's a good point. Oh, man. Yeah, so I really just buy everything and I sell everything as long as I think I can make a little bit of money on it. But if we're talking like people that I would actually hold, literally the only football guy is Herbert. He's the only guy I will buy no matter what, and I will hold no matter what. Even though his division's stupidly hard, I think he's severely underrated. And they upgraded way too much on defense for me to think that they're going to give up 40 points a game like they did last year, basically.
Absolutely.
And so number two, I don't really have a number two guy. Like, I'll just do all sports. Like, top three guys I'm buying in anything. I think number two, cards that I hold, I always do personally LeBron. I haven't bought a nice LeBron in a while. It's been at least 2 years a little over 2 years since I purchased like full on a LeBron. But if they come across me, which they never do because nobody ever wants to sell them, then I would buy it. I've never lost money on a LeBron, and I don't think anybody ever really has. And then three, I'd agree with you, Acuna for baseball. I don't do baseball really.
Yeah.
I have a nice Dominguez, and that's about it. That's what I kind of dabbled in. But Acuna, Dominguez, big markets. That's what I'd focus on. Playoff teams, which are the Braves, and then big market, which are the Yankees. I think baseball's kind of tough because, Bobby Witt's good, but, you're going to go be stuck in Kansas City for 5 years where they're going to be an irrelevant team. I wouldn't throw a lot of money on him. So I think baseball's tough. That's what I'd probably focus on. But, yeah, I've stopped. I was doing the whole, I'm going to predict that he's going to be good, and I'm like, dude, I can't anymore. I can't follow this so much anymore. So I'm just going with my gut. So if I see a deal I like, I buy it. If I don't, I don't buy it.
Yep.
So that's me on that. And De'Aaron Fox. I was by De'Aaron Fox. That's a personal thing. I mean, I don't know if he gets traded, maybe. Oh, and Deshaun Watson.
Mhm.
I'd still buy Deshaun Watson personally.
Yeah.
Even though he'll be suspended, no prices will go down. I'd still buy him day and night.
Yeah. For sure.
So, all right. Well, that puts us at 25 minutes. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right. So, well, I'm going to sign off unless y'all guys, I'm going to close it out unless you guys got anything else.
I think that's it for me.
I don't think so, no.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody watching till the end. If you're still here, hope you enjoyed it. And we're going to hopefully, like I said, start having some athletes on soon so they'll be able to share their insights in trading, into the sport that they play, and all that good stuff. So we're working on that, as well as hoping to have some other hobby enthusiasts and guests on the podcast. So I appreciate you guys, and this is only the beginning. And until next time, peace.